to ending some animation, you have like many choices. One is using the CSS, and another one you can using the Angular animation, and also you can use some other libraries. There's a lot of libraries like a Bootstrap also provides some animation, and like a jQuery also provides some animation. So today we're just using the CSS one. It's going to be this one. It doesn't require you to including any library, and you can use it in any project with CSS. All right. So let's go to the style of this assignment. So let's go to statuses here. So right now we're trying to create an animation, like every time when you switch component, like for example this one, every time when you switch to a different component, it's going to like see the content come from bottom to top, and we can also do like from top to bottom, from left to right, and doing some other like feed, like all other animations. All right, this is what we want to make it today. So we are going to create a class, like a new CSS class to showing the animation. Where is that? 1 second. Yep. So let's create a new class for the animation. We're call it. First, we're trying to do it animate from bottom, so it's going to be animate. Am I recording this? Yes. So it's going to be make it bigger. The class name we're going to call it animate bottom. And to do it, we need to set the position into the relative. And we're going to create animation here. So we can just call animation. And we're going to give a name for this animation. We're going to call it animate bottom. And then we're going to give a time, like how long the animation will be last. I could say 0.5 seconds or like 0.2 seconds. So the smaller the number is, it's going to give you the short time of the animation. And then we're going to make this animate bottom. So we're going to say keyframe. It's just a syntax of the animate in CSS keyframes. Like you just put the name of this animate bottom. Animate bottom, yeah. And you can like define how you want to make the animation from and to. So we're going to say from bottom and give a position to it, like a negative 300 pixel. And then we're going to say to bottom 0. From negative 300 to 0. Right? That's going to be the way you define this animation. And then everything with animate bottom class, we're going to do this animation. Let's try it. Let's firstly running our assignment. It's a simple assignment. Let's run it. So it's going to be. Am I running it right now? No. So node server. And git bash here. Ng surf. Alright, let's try to open it. Oops, give me an arrow. Animate bottom. Oh, I have two column here. Let's try to delete one. Actual ones here. Alright, compiled successfully. Let's try to run it. So localhost 4200. Right now it's not showing any animation. And let's try to end this class. Let's firstly try to put it in the app component. Try here, like put it outside of our router outlet. See if that works. Let's add a div here, and put this router outlink inside this div. I'm not sure if that works, but we can try that. Or actually, we can just directly add this class into a router outlink. It may also works. Class is equal to the animate bottom. Let's try that. Let's try to visit some page. Let's try to register user. It's actually not showing the animation. Maybe we cannot do that. Let's move that into each component. So that's maybe a better choice. So into the user component, in the login, I can put a class for this container. Just put the animate bottom here. Oops. Animate bottom here. And for the register, I also want to put it into the container. Try that. Hey, it's not working. What's wrong with it? 12? Hmm. Let me see. What? Inspect it. Animate bottom. Yeah, it is using that. Oh, I have typo here. Relative. Still not working. What's wrong with it? It's okay. Just make sure that these two are matching together. Make them saying the same thing. You can call it any name you like. You can call it anything. Okay, make them match. Okay, you can call it hello. It doesn't really matter. It's just a name of defined. This is going to do the following animation, and this animation is called hello. It doesn't really matter. Let me see what's wrong with this guy here. all the page have been saved. Oh, maybe I'm missing a second here. Let's try that. Yeah, it works right now. You see the page is coming from bottom to the top. Let's try to directly put that into the app component. Maybe that works. It's going to be an easier way to do that. So let's try to remove this one from the each component. And see if I can directly add this one to the app component. Thus is equal to animate bottom. How is that? How spell that? I actually forget. Style services. We call it animate bottom here. Let's try if that's gonna apply to all the pages we have. It's actually not. We cannot do it here. Yeah, we cannot do it here. We have to do it into each component you want. So every component you want to have an animation, you can put it in directly into the outer container. If there isn't an outer container, you can just make a div around it, and then apply the animation to it. And if you don't really want to do it for the navbar, then you don't apply it to the navbar. With this one here. So if I try to register a new user, test, register, just bring you to the profile with the animation. Right? And there's more choice for the animation. Like this one, right now what we are doing is is animate from bottom, and also we can do the animate from top. So the only thing to change is a code here, where it says bottom -300 to the bottom 0. You can change it to the top, to the left, to the right, like anything you want. So we can change it from -300 from top and to the top 0. So it's gonna be changed from top. See that? Just changing from top. And if you feel like it takes too long, like you can change the time of it. Instead of 0.5, you can do 0.3. It's going to be faster. See, it's much faster. Just give a number you feel comfortable, and also you can do the left and to the or right here. You should change it to left. Then it's just going to the page will come from left, right? It's come from left. And there's other animation you can use, like fading. Let's see. So let's going to change it. Let's see. We don't have to change the position for the fading. Let's create another one for it. So let's call it animate fading. And you can see animation is going to using the fading that takes 10 seconds and make it infinite. And then we're still using the keyframes. And seeing coin fading, it's going to be animation from have a 0% percentage, 50%, and 100%. Going to will be 3-step things. And first time the opacity going to start the how transparent it is. It's going to start from 0% to 1%, And 100%, we're going to set it again to the 0. I think this is how you're going to set it up. Let's try it. Let's add in this class into the login profile and register. Let's change the animate bottom into the animate fading. Save that. So this one here. And for the register, let's try it on the register. Let's go to the page. See how the page looks like. This is right now taking 10 seconds. You can actually make it, shorter. It's faster. Okay, let's change the 10 seconds into the 5 seconds. It's going to be much faster. And this is kind of because we set it like infinite, so it's going to be looping forever. Like it's changing from this one and change it, and it just disappear and come back again. And if we want to avoid that, just remove the infinite, and also remove the 50, remove the 50%, and change it 100% into 1. It's just from 0 to 1, and just lasts for 5 seconds. That's it. Seems like it still take too long. I change it to maybe 2 seconds. Yeah, it looks like that. Or maybe you change it to 1 second. Just adding some animation to it. And there's also like a one-cut zoom. It's going to be like 2 seconds, and the keyframe will be another from and 2. So let's remove this one to change it from and 2. So it will be transform, scale, from 0 to transform, scale to 1. Okay, from 0% to 100%. So it looks like this. Well, you can, it seems like too slow. To make it like 0.5 seconds should be enough. Right? Or you feel like you don't want it from 0 to 1, maybe you can start from 0.5 to 1. Just play around with it. Right? It's going to look like that. Okay, try to do some animation like the way you like, and I'll just leave the animation I have here, and let me see. Those are the animation I found, the ones you can use, right? Like the animation fading, animation opacity, top, left, right, and bottom, and the code is here, and each of them is followed by a keyframe. I leave the code when I send the code to GitHub, so you can just take a look of them and play around with it to try to add some to your pages, to your components that you like to have it. Right? I'll leave that here. And the next thing I want to talk about is a loader, a loading GIF. The same thing like when you're trying to open the curriculum, it's going to say there's a loading GIF for that. Next, like before the page is ready, it's going to show loading, something like that. Right? So there are two ways to do it. The one way is just looking for a GIF online, and like when the page before the page is loaded, you're just using the GIF as a background. And the second option is to using some CSS to create a GIF by yourself. So let's try how to do both of them. Firstly, let me looking for the GIF I have here. Like you can also find one online for free, or like find a free GIF online, or you can just create your own GIF to load it, or just using an image, just showing like it's loading. Both of them are fine. See, I have a GIF prepared in my msymbol management, in the source app assessments here. See, I have it here. Let's copy that. So you want to put it into the a source folder, into the assessments folder. You can put it here, right? Put in the loading GIF here. Let's try to open that. So the GIF will be looks like that. Okay, and the way you use it is just it's really easy. So we really use this with the iframe. Like like iframe is basically trying to loading another website inside your page. So remember, like we have an iframe for our widget YouTube. So like sometimes it's gonna take long to loading the video into your screen. So we can put a GIF over there. Like before the video is ready, we want to show this loading to the user. So let's add it to the CSS. Start the CSS. Let's comment this things out. It's kind of like too many here. Okay, and we can put it. We can call it. Give it a name like loading iframe. I'm just saying background URL is equal to looking for the image. Right now we're in the style CSS, so we're going to go to assessments. So it's going to just because assessments is just right here in this current folder, so we're just going to say assets and loading GIF. Just the name of the GIF. The way we use that is by going to the place where we need it. It's going to be the component widget list, and we scroll all the way down to the YouTube. Here we have iframe. So like because the iframe is the slowest one loading on the screen. So basically we want to make it before it's ready. We want to show some loading screens here. And also you can add it to the app component. Sometimes the app component is really slow. Let me see. I just want to make sure which part I want to add it. So I'm going to add it on the div here. So let's say I can see add a class into this outer div. It's called loading iframe. Let's put it here. Okay, it's outside of the iframe, loading iframe. Let's try to see if that works. Where is that my phone? Oh, here. Let's try to log in and test, logged in, and go to. Let's try to create an example here. See if that's working. One page. And let's create a widget. Widget YouTube. URL, I have one here. 100%. Oops, that looks like it's kind of like duplicate. Let's see. Let's change the background into non-repeat. It's kind of like repeating every time. Let's see. Where's my code? The code is here in the style. I can see I want to center it. Center the animation, center it to a screen, and no repeat. Try it again. See, like there's only one. It's going to load there, like before it's ready, it's going to load it here. And we can add in like a more widget here. It's not going to influence anything else. Let's adding another video here. Next loading, it's gonna just loading both of them. Oh, I shouldn't put it into the center. I should center it with a video instead of the center of a screen. So otherwise, it's going to center into the screen here. Yeah, we can change it. Right. So it's just, you know, if you want to change it, just instead of putting it into the div, you can just directly put it into the iframe. Maybe a better choice. Okay, maybe you can just move it from the outer div into the iframe, like that. Actually, let's add another div here. Let's see. I actually don't really know where should we put it. Class loading iframe. Yeah, it's better to put it here. And let's change this one into like 10%. Yeah, my page is like not responsive anymore, but I can fix that later. Right now it's not responsive, but we can fix that later. This is basically how it works. All right. And another way is to create your own loader. Now instead of using an online GIF, so we can create our own. Let's try to comment this out. So the way we're going to do that is using the keyframes again to create a animation for that. Let me see how you can do that. So, for example, let's first remove this one here. Let's just try to make an example here, make it easier to see. Let's make it into the login page. I have lost space over there. So let's add it under the login class. Well, how do we call that? Loading iframe. Yeah. Well, we're going to just call it like a better name. Let's keep this one here. Let's create another class. Give a better name to it. Call it loader. Right. So here we're just gonna call it loader. And yep. So basically, we are going to create animation here. So let's firstly put the animation here. The animation key frames. It's kind of like a spin here. It's like rotating for a long time, from 0% to 100%. And make it transform, rotate 0 degree, and to rotate 360 degree, like that. And in the loader, you're going to say, what do you want to rotate? I want to rotate a border. I can make it like a 16 pixel. It should be big enough. Make it solid, and give it some color. I can give it like a light gray color, which is going to be F3, F3, F3. You can find the color you like online, and make the border top 16 pixel, solid, and make it a blue color. This is a color for blue, so you can find it online. Let's see how it looks like right now. Let's go back to the login page. Just trying to see it. It's just like that, nothing special, and we can do more about it. It should be spotting top. Yeah, it looks like that right now. It's adding more stuff to it. Border radius, let's change it to 50%. width only 120 pixel, and height only 120 pixel. Make it smaller. Okay, then let's create the animation. Animation is using the spin 2 seconds, and make it linear and infinite, loading forever. Oops, seems like I'm still missing anything here. Animation, spin, 2 seconds. What I'm missing here? Oh, it is working. See, like this is how it looks. Oops, why you're stopping? It should load in forever because I make it your infinite. Oh, I removed the 2 seconds. Every 2 seconds. Yeah, just loading like that. Yeah, you can add it to any class you like, and any div or any tag you like. And we can make it look better. So we have let's make this one loading forever on the left, so you can see that. Let's adding more things here, like okay, also adding a border bottom. Make it 16 pixel solid and with the same color. Bottom. So this is going to be G2. You know, you can still add more color to it, like border right, 16 pixel solid, then give it another color like green. So just create your own border you like, and then just add in the left. You know, it creates make it the way you like it. Red. Right? And maybe you don't want it like infinite. You only want to load it like a few seconds and make it disappear, and we just hide it. Okay, this is how you're going to use this loader. Alright, so basically that's it for the assignment 9. That's the last part of it. And in the animation before the component is showing, and also adding some spin there before the iframe showing. It's going to make your page looks more like application. So you can also take a look, using the MCinvo website as an example, and every page is using the animation. Yeah, and for the images like that, this is also easy to make. Like just adding a background and set it to absolute. I can put the CSS here. So that can make a background image, like showing, like when you scroll, it's just not moving at all, like that. So you just need to make it a background absolute. I can put the code also here. You can use the background image, and give it a minimum height, and the width just 100%, and makes the position fixed, center, and yeah. That's it. There's only 2 things you need. And other things that just make it a no repeat, and make the size of it like make it like to cover the full screen, and opacity just make it showing make it more transparent, like only showing 50% transparent background. You can the original image is not like this color, right? So I just put the code here. Like if you're interested in that, you can also try to add that to your project. But this is not required for the assignment. For the assignment, the only thing I care about is just you adding the animation, try some animation and the components. Also adding a loading GIF to your iframe, which is YouTube. Okay. So I'll send this code to the GitHub, so you can just try to get the code from there, the style CSS from there, and try to play around with it. I'm getting an error here. Yeah, because it's trying to looking for the image, but I don't really have it there. It's okay. Let me send the code to the GitHub, and I'll comment this out. Otherwise, this may break my whole project. I'll comment this out. Right. There's many comments here. How do I comment you out? Come out each one of them. Right? Comment it. Actually, I don't need it. I just need to comment out this background. The background image caused me the problem. Let's see if it's working right now. Yeah, you're happy right now. So let's send the code to the GitHub. Animation and the loader.